Welcome back to another episode of Las Bueninos Vamos, mi gente. ¿Qué dice allá? My favorite margarita.
Your favorite margarita is doing fabulous. How's my lenchito doing over there?
Aquí andamos al 100.
Qué cursis. I like it. Ew.
He likes me.
I think they like each other.
Chale. All right, pues, what you got going on over there?
We have a public service announcement, guys. Super duper important. We have 13 weeks. Oh my gosh. We have 13 weeks until Halloween. We have 17 more weeks until Thanksgiving and 21 more weeks until Christmas.
Chale. Well, I mean, I guess you couldn't be wrong with days because it obviously feels like days nowadays.
I know.
You know, once you get older, everything starts coming to you real fast, real mighty fast.
Lightning fast.
Man. And with that, what else were we having?
Another thing, get ready for an alien invasion porque it's coming.
Dang. Well, you talking about alien invasions, I guess Jay was telling me the other day. He has a video of it, but I haven't gotten it from him. Maybe I do and post up the clip.
Maybe we can post it, yeah.
He was showing me some type of light spinning around on the sky on like the 19th or 20th.
Spinning around?
Well, it was spinning towards somewhere, kind of.
Lo que pasa es que Eli está borracho.
¿Estaba borracho Jay?
No, el alien.
Oh, I didn't hear you. That's why. My bad.
I said, el alien está borracho.
Okay. Yeah, well, I guess so. But yeah, people saw it in the sky. They were like, what the heck is that? And I believe we've seen something like that as well. But I think ours was a little bit more in depth. This one was just a light spinning, like a light going and spinning at the same time. We were obviously able to see that was spinning. But you remember that time that we went to Cardenas and we were walking towards the store and everybody was looking up in the sky and seeing like bigger lights?
Yeah.
So was that the first alien invasion since we saw it, or just recently?
No, it's been happening many times. I remember seeing when I was in Arizona many years ago. También the same thing, like a really bright light that was traveling, but it's like they say it's a meteor.
Yeah, it does look like a meteor, but this one's a bigger ball. It's almost like when what's his name from Street Fighter? Ryu goes Hadouken, something like
yo
that.
No me la sé.
No,
I never watched that. No,
it was a video game.
No,
Street Fighter.
Okay.
It was something like that, but ours was bigger.
That's crazy. Well, what a time to be alive, man. We there have been so many big news that pretty much, I don't know, like it's just so crazy because now it has been confirmed. Well, not confirmed. I guess we have to say allegedly that aliens exist. Yes. So did you hear about that?
I don't know. I might be an alien too.
You might alien. I feel like aliens have been living amongst us already.
Could be.
Yeah. Well, anywho, so pretty much on July 26th, let's date it, July 26th, 2023, former Central Intelligence Officer or agent or officer David, help me out here. David Bruce. He pretty much went in front of Congress. Something about oath.
Oh, well, that's the thing. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to cut you off on your story, or I'm not trying to butt in, kind of. But allegedly, people forget that allegedly he is under oath. So all he's saying, it's supposed to be true. Yeah.
So pretty much everything that he's claiming, it's pretty much true. So these are the details. So one of them is he's claiming that he's actually seen an alien. And he's also claiming that the United States or the United States government has been concealing some let me see, how was he calling? He wasn't calling them alien because he has to be very picky choosy with his words. So they're calling them non-human bodies.
Okay.
Yeah, they're calling him non-human bodies, and that they actually have like UFOs, the unidentified flying objects, so like spaceships. And I'm so excited, and I'll tell you guys later.
Excited for an alien invasion?
No. Damn. I'm so excited. I'm excited because I grew up watching documentaries and stuff like that. Did you grow up watching that stuff?
The only thing I got close to was E.T., I guess.
E.T.?
Y lo que salía Don Francisco.
I know. No. He also stated that there was they asked him if the non-human bodies have hurt anyone, like any humans, and he said that they have. But I'm wondering, why would they hurt them? Like, was it provoked?
Maybe. Well, again, we're basically trying to. Are they trying to claim their land or what?
Who? The
aliens and humans at the same time?
I don't know. Like it's just crazy because like all these years, and it's just crazy to me because like all these years, like there has been studies, there have been claims that there's been existence, but it's never been confirmed. But I'm just curious as to why it hasn't been confirmed. Why do you think it hasn't been confirmed?
Why it hasn't been confirmed? I think they little by little have kind of thrown it out. But again, not everybody believes on these creatures or flying saucers. So everybody's just doing their thing until I think it's only believable when somebody sees it for themselves, right? Yeah.
And the thing is that it's been dated back all the way back to 1930.
I think even decades as well.
Probably way before. Pues ya ves que dicen that the pyramids were used for, that the aliens, there's a conspiracy that the aliens were using the pyramids, that there's something in the pyramids that something about that. I don't know. There's a conspiracy. Go look it up. A conspiracy about that. So it's pretty much been dated back like way back then. So then technology has been around for a really long time.
Crazy that you say about that Egyptian. I have a theory, but we'll get to that one maybe in another episode. But good thing that you kind of made me remind myself about our episode with David and Eric about UFOs, aliens, and electromagnetic. Yeah. Because I kind of explained of these saucers or aliens or unidentified humans or beings they basically did hurt people. So on that one, I kind of explain like they're hurting people, but they don't know if it's the aliens or they don't know if it's their little crafts. Yeah. Little pilot. Nah, what's it? Is it a craft? But what is it? Like
their craft.
Spacecraft?
The spacecraft. Yeah. And see, you don't feel like maybe they don't intentionally hurt humans because in a malicious way. It's because they want to experiment with us. That's what I saw a lot in the...
Obviously, if we're doing it, why wouldn't they want to do it?
Exactly. Like, see, then let me get you right back. No, I remember watching a lot of shows when I was little, how they would experiment with them. They would take out their organs and, they would pretty much just do like a bunch of experiments on them. And there's people who remember that they were taken and then they were brought back and they remember vividly everything that was going on.
Well, I don't know why we want to hold them hostage. We wouldn't like them for us to hold us hostage, so.
I know they better stop because that alien invasion better not happen. We can live as one big happy family in this planet. There's room for everybody. Charlie. There's a lot of room driving from California to Arizona. There's a lot of land there. Okay, we can make more houses for our new friends. Okay, peace and love.
Well, there is a conspiracy theory on that now, is you saying that about an invasion and aliens coming and stuff like that. So one of the conspiracy theory is that the government, meaning government, it doesn't have to be us or other, it's basically other governments. The only way that they're gonna be able to make a one law for everyone, they believe, is by saying that aliens are coming to do an invasion. So like that, we could be all in one state law. Ooh. Not state law, but like a law, that all of us have to follow because we're trying to go against them.
I did see that. Do you have anything else to say about that?
No, I just think like it is kind of crazy thinking about it if you're open-minded on that note, right? Because it's like there's been a lot of things happening these years, and it's like, why all of a sudden they're trying to give us this information? Yeah, when we just had something happen back in 2020.
Yeah, that's something that I read too. That So we'll finish talking about that then. So I read that, they're going to make this whole invasion, just like you said, and that someone is going to come and save us from the aliens, and that someone we're going to glorify, that people are going to start glorifying and worshiping that one being or whatever it's going to be,
right,
so that we're pretty much all one. So another thing is that another conspiracy that's coming out from David coming out with these allegations is that maybe the government is concealing something. So maybe they're using that to like conceal something from like a really big economic change or like a war or something like that.
Yeah, I believe it can happen.
Yeah.
I mean, again, why all of a sudden they're just bringing these things out?
Yeah.
And it's moving very rapidly. And I think they got to move very rapidly nowadays for the same thing as social media.
Yeah.
If they don't do it, somebody's going to beat them to it. So they're like trying to move on because of these reasons as what you're speaking about.
Yeah. And you know what's even more trippy is that, okay, so cuando pasó lo del submarine, the whole
imploded.
Yeah, when the submarine imploded, everybody was making a big deal about it. People were making memes right away. Like it was all over everywhere. With this news, like where is it? Maybe a couple people. Like there was someone who posted like they made a video of them dancing. They're like, me trying to seduce the aliens so they can take me out of this ghetto ass planet.
Wow.
But like it hasn't been as big as it was with other news.
Well, maybe because again they brought it out to light right through under oath.
Yeah.
So it's almost like, oh, maybe
it's
very true.
Or maybe it's something just like you were saying. Maybe it's something that, I don't know if you said that, but maybe it's just something that they have been preparing us for all of these years. Like, you know how there have been like aliens coming out, or like they've seen unidentified flying objects for all of these years, and they pretty much just been prepping us, so it's not a surprise. So like with COVID, it kind of just came out of nowhere. So it was like bam, so everybody was like freaking out about it. I don't know, like it just hasn't been a really big deal.
No, well, obviously they're preparing us for something. But again, guys, everybody to their own. And if you believe on it, okay. And if you don't, just keep living life.
Yeah.
As natural as you can be, because this can kind of get you kind of nutty.
Yeah, I know. But thank you to David Bruce.
Yeah.
Thank you. I don't know. I can't remember his name, his last name, David Bruce. He came out for this. Oh, and the reason why I said I was excited about it is because I kid you not, I've told you this story before, that I have seen with my own eyes allegedly, I guess I have to say too, that I saw an alien spaceship. A UFO. Okay. A UFO. I guess I could say UFO. I kid you not. You don't believe me, do you?
I do not believe her, guys. She told me this ever since we met. I could have thought she was crazy, but then again, maybe something else me ganó.
No. Okay. So let me give you a little backstory. It's probably going to be a little bit irrelevant. So when I was little, we used to live in a duplex home. So my sister and I, we would play in the house that was vacant. So one day she left her crayons there, so we went back home. She was whining, crying that she wanted me to go with her to go get them. So I was so annoyed. So as we were walking there, I just look up, and there's like this thing just hovering over the house in front of us. And mind you, I don't know, it was just there. And I remember very clearly that it had like little, like windows almost. Yeah, like windows. So I was like, what the fuck? So mind you, when I saw it, I was like, Los que sacan ojos. And whoever knows this story, I hope they're cracking up, because I wasn't laughing at that time, but I was like, Los que sacan ojos. I did not care about my sister. I just turned around and I booked it. I went inside the house, and we had blinds, so I just started closing them. And I can't remember who was home, but there was several people at home. And I was like, Los que sacan ojos. I was like, close it. And I was trying to close the blind, like that was going to help, right? And then I'm just freaking out. I'm crying. And I was like, los que sacan ojos, los que sacan ojos. And I eventually was able to explain to them like what I saw. But, whatever, of course, in the Mexican family, they, of course, te tienen que hacer carrilla. So for many, many years after that, I would get clowned on because they would say, ay, los que sacan ojos or whatever. But I kid you not, I remember seeing something. I don't know sister, if you remember, let me know. Text me.
So it was a flying saucer. Is that what you're saying?
I remember it was just right above and it was just hovering over it.
What color was it?
It would just look like a light, just a light.
I need a Bible here for you can go under oath. Like you can explain your whole spaceship scenario.
Okay, I mean, it just looked like they were just lights, and it just looked like it was just hovering over a house. Mind you, it wasn't like all the way to the top, but it was not what are those, the pines? Mm-hmm. The pine trees. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the pine trees, those really skinny long ones that have like a really skinny tip.
Yeah.
It was like a little bit above that. So like what would come all the way down there, all the way down that low?
Pues en ese tiempo no había drones.
And I think one of my family members ended up going outside to check and they didn't see anything. And it was just a matter of, I don't know, it just felt everything just happened so quick.
Well, I do have a question because I'm like, so what happened to your sister? What happened to your sister?
I don't know.
Did she run with you or not? Maybe she can explain that to you.
She did run with me, but I don't remember anything else. I just remember myself just crying. And I don't know. It was just.
And second of all, where did you get los que sacan ojos? The people that take eyes out. Where the fuck did you get that?
I'm telling you, because I used to watch a lot of those shows when I was younger, because one of my brothers, he used to watch that. Pues yo también andaba ahí embobada. And I remember that they would say that they would experiment. And I'm somewhere along one of those shows, they probably said, something about eyes. So I just made that relation and put it together.
Okay.
Yeah. Jeez. I'm a whistleblower.
You are a whistleblower.
Oh, speaking of whistleblowers, so right now David Bruce. Mm-hmm. He's under investigation right now. So right now, whatever it is that he stated, there's an investigation going on right now. So that's why he has to be very picky, choosy with the words that he's saying, because it can affect the investigation.
Well, it's just not him, but he is the main whistleblower. There is David as well. David Fraker or David Fraber. Can't remember which last name he is. And then Ryan Graves.
David. Ooh, David. We should look up who's David in the Bible.
Conspiracy or your own theory?
Dun. I love conspiracies.
I think that's going to be your own theory. Chale. Hey, was David the one that whistleblow?
What David?
David, the one that whistleblow Jesus. No,
that was Peter, wasn't it?
I don't remember. Yo soy tan católico, pero no me acuerdo ahorita de la Biblia. A ver, comment down below, you guys.
I don't know.
Who keeps going every Sunday to church. But crazy that you say, again, on the whole situation about aliens or their crafts getting people injured. And I haven't seen that one that David has claimed that. Or, he's allegedly saying that human people got injured by them. But, crazy thing, they're saying that the material they're picking up from this aircrafts, it's nothing that we've never or we're not able to replicate, because when they put it under the microscope, it looks very pure metal. And with that, they're saying that they believe frequency and corresponding sound vibration, it basically makes this material.
Órale.
So as we said, on the whole electromagnetic, we did talk about frequency a little bit. And one of the reasons they believe that, people get hurt is because, again, X-rays have frequency, and that's one of the most dangerous ones for humans.
Yeah.
So, what again, if we put those two together, frequency makes these metal objects, then that may be a cause why people are getting injured.
Entonces, yeah, because that's something that they were saying that one of the things that they found in one of the spacecrafts that David Bruce found in or some of the one of the team members found that it's deactivating like their equipment. It's kind of deactivating their equipment and it's not functioning well. So it's something that's just pretty much just radiating, that's making everything malfunction.
Right. Yeah. So again, guys, maybe go check up that episode again if you're a little bit more interested onto it. But the closest thing that humans are able to create as this with frequency, it's a 3D printer.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen how the 3D printer just starts stacking it up? So that's the closest thing we have as the alien aircrafts.
That's pretty cool. Like, do you have anything else about that?
No.
So have you seen the 3D houses? How they're printing them 3D?
I've heard about it, but I haven't seen them. But I'm guessing there's around the same thing, right?
It's insane. Can I talk about it?
Sure.
Really quick, just briefly. So pretty much what they're doing, what it's just this. It just looks like a really big, I guess, just copy machine. And no, not a copy machine. I'm trying to think what it's called. Let's just call it a Cricut, like a Cricut. A Cricut doesn't build something, but the Cricut has like this this, what do you call it? Like a needle or una navaja. ¿Cómo se dice navaja? Well, whatever, a blade. No, it's not a blade. Well, whatever. Well, the best way that I can explain it, it's like a tube, and it's literally just building the house, and it's just spitting out cement. And
I don't think it's cement. Is it cement?
Is it cement? It looks like cement to me. Figure not, but it's just literally just layers and layers and layers of whatever it is that they're laying down.
Right.
And they just build a house over it. And then once they're done, it just looks like a regular house. It's not going to look all futuristic. It just looks like your regular house.
I wonder if it has like a rough surface.
And that too. And like, what about the heat? You know how in Mexico the walls get really, really hot? But yeah, those houses are pretty cool.
Is that one or mini home? Which one's going to be the one that takes over?
Oh, I still want a tiny home. I would love to have a tiny home. But
you know which ones I'm talking about, the box homes, right?
Like the crates?
No, they're not the crates. I know that they have a name, but they're basically foldable mini houses that they just stack them and then they open them and they create the house.
Yeah, they just pretty much like the ceiling. They just like pick it up. I don't know. It's
called box house or something like that. We might be wrong, but yeah, it's crazy. Which one is gonna take over? 3D printed houses or that box one?
The box one. When you're tired of your neighbor, just pick up and leave.
Shit, that'd be nice. Huh?
That's my biggest fear.
What? Having bad neighbors?
Having shitty neighbors. I consider myself a good neighbor.
You're gonna make another movie?
Another movie what?
Neighbors?
The Neighbors? Neighbors 3?
Yeah.
I know.
Jeez. Anything else you have about these alien invasions? Thank you for sharing your story about seeing a UFO back in your little days.
That people are gonna be like, this bitch is a liar.
Well,
I don't care. I'm trying to think how old I was. I was probably like in 4th, 5th grade.
Pues dicen que los niños dicen la verdad, so.
Yes, exactly. Thank you. Period.
Okay, well, staying with the whole UFO, the whole SpaceX, and the whole Mr. Elon Musk.
Musty.
Musk, sorry, Mr. Elon. But something that has changed our social media world is I don't know if we're going to call it anymore Twitter or we're going to call it X, but he basically changed Twitter logo to an X now.
When?
Just this past week. I think it was Friday or Thursday.
What in the world?
So no more little bird on the Twitter. It's the X obviously now.
Oh yeah. When you were watching the fight, you're like, oh, they're gonna get sued. They're using the da-da-da-da.
They're using the old logo.
You really think he's gonna change it?
He changed it. It's official. You guys haven't noticed?
Yes. Know what I'm thinking.
It's X. What are you thinking?
That Elon Musk is going to be our savior. He's going to save us from the alien invasion, and we're going to be glorifying him, and we're going to be worshiping him.
Hey, well, he's very into human reproducing, so it could be true. He's like the first person, or one of the first persons I've heard that he wants, people to have more humans in this world, that we're getting very belittled. We're going extinct almost.
We are?
No, but like the rate of us growing, has turned down very drastically.
Oh, that would be a whole nother topic. That's something that I do want to talk about, the whole kids. That's another topic.
We'll get to another one. Well, the reason why I was talking about Mr. Elon Musk, I don't know if you heard about Neuralink for our last one, Nos Vamos topic.
No, I have not.
Neuralink. So Neuralink is basically a chip that's able to be implanted in your brain.
I remember hearing that we were going to get chipped.
Yeah, so you see, all of this is coming alive all of a sudden. We keep bringing these stories up. But yeah, Neuralink first started back in 2016, and it became public in 2017.
I'm like, are you sure it was in 2020 when they were injecting for COVID?
No, we're not going to talk about that one. We're not going to go on to that. We're going to stay away from the vid. But yeah, so it's an interface computer that basically goes on to your neurons. And it's basically your nerves. But the goal of it for them, and I'm just saying, well, the way he explained it, again, there's several other people that are into the Neuralink that maybe at one point they can change the way a thought and make it to something else. But for him was to help the disability, the people that are not able to move, to be able to use their computer and their phone. So through this little computer chip, it's basically a computer chip wired into your brain.
So then if, let's say, if I have a disability, if I'm not able to use my phone, I'll be able to dial you in.
Yes.
So then you'll be able to hear me. You'll be able to hear a call inside your. So
it's funny that you say that, because it's almost like your inner speaking self. This thing is able to hear you.
So your inner thoughts. My intrusive thoughts are going to be heard.
Yes.
Oh no.
So yeah, so he basically, so the whole purpose of that was that, to be able to help the disability, and to be able for them maybe to have jobs back, for the future, like, everything's going with technology, computers, the whole web, the whole online thing. So they're able to be more fluently capable of using these things than a normal person. So they're basically faster. They'll be faster than a human.
Well, yeah,
normal humans.
They do need to create more jobs, because now that they're doing those 3D houses, we need more jobs.
Oh shoot! So, but again, that is, those are the good things about it. There is bad things about it.
Of course,
we're gonna get into that. But the second reason why they're trying to make this, they're trying to do it because, again, if people have disabilities, they're trying to put it, one has to go to your brain, and the other one, they're trying to connect it to your spine cord. And they believe that if they're able to have one and one, then you're able to have full mobility again.
This is so futuristic, but you said you're gonna get into like the bad stuff later. I'm curious to see what the bad stuff is.
So
that's
imagine if he's able to make this happen, that they put a chip on your brain, and then they put one in your spine, and you're able to get full mobility again.
Full mobility.
If you couldn't move, from your waist down, if you weren't able to move your half of your body, now you're going to be able to. So I believe it's in a good track. But obviously it is going to get their effects. Anything good thoughts that you have onto it, though? No,
that's all. I mean, that people who haven't been able to walk for a really long time, maybe that's something that's been a dream for them. It's now going to become a reality that they'll be able to start walking again. That's cool.
Yeah. So we'll see how long before we get there. But this thing hasn't been officially tested in a human. It's only has been the Neuralink only. The whole, putting two together.
Yeah.
I don't know if he has really done that yet, but the Neuralink itself has never been tested to a human. It's just been tested, obviously, and guys, this is part of science, so it's tested in animals. There is a chimpanzee that they put one into, and he's able to control. You remember the old ping pong game? With the computer, there's a ball. Yeah, he's able to control that with his mind. So it's kind of in the works. It's working.
Planet of the Apes. Oh my gosh, it's all coming together.
Well, that's not just Planet of the Apes. There's way more. We're talking about AI, intelligence. We're talking about robots. And, this is what the bad effects, but we're getting there.
Okay.
So, there is another person, and they're calling him the internet in the head. But his name is Adnan Kapur. He's at MIT, but his company is called Alter Ego.
Mood?
And he brought this back in 5 years ago as well. 5 years ago, if you look at him on a video, there's a YouTube video. This thing is basically clamping to his side of his skull or ear, but it's almost like a hearing aid.
Yeah.
It's on the side, and it's connected here to his bone jaw. All right. But in that video, if you pay attention to it, it doesn't look like it's on. Now, recently, there's a video with somebody asking them questions about how much a city or the biggest population of city or something like that. Go watch the video. And now it looks like it's actually connected, almost like, the Neuralink. And now it has a little red light on, and now you can tell that he moves his inner thought because his vocal cords are moving, and he's able to communicate with the computer and a TV monitor or TV, and when he's trying to answer this question that they ask him.
That is insane. It's giving superhero villain.
Hey, well, yes.
Well, I hope.
Because what if he's the first human that actually has this Neuralink, but he's not calling it a Neuralink, and he's trying to put it on the low side, I don't know, maybe because he's not trying to get sued, or maybe because he's not trying to make it seem like a big thing, but almost like, hey, it's coming, because, this is wild.
Yeah. Now, the thing is, how can you get your hands on it, once it comes out? Or is it on somebody's hand aside from him?
No, like I said, there was never a Neuralink in a human. So he could be the first human with a Neuralink.
Well, he is, isn't he?
Well, he's not stating it's a Neuralink, though.
Oh.
Because he's saying that he uses his inner ear and his vocals to communicate with this. He never says it's with his neurons.
I'm I wonder how you do that. That's so interesting. I'm
Yeah, so guys, go check him out if you guys will believe as well. If he's the first person with a Neuralink connected to himself. And this is basically, again, a computer. So the side effects now, and I think you have a lot of questions.
Yes.
Again, this is just our thoughts. We don't know anything of what's going to happen on the bad side. We kind of know of it because of computer and spams.
Yeah.
So everybody's thinking about what if you have an ad pop up? What's going to happen to you? Are you going to become that ad and just promoting all the time?
Be yeah, you dumb little beep, beep, beep. Please.
Yeah. So that could be one side effect. Again, a scam, a spam. What if they take over you?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What if a hacker takes over and you're over here doing some crazy stuff?
Yeah.
Todo tiene su bueno y todo tiene su malo.
Yes.
Because somebody can create something out of pure good, but then there's somebody else who's ooh, little Stewie, I'm going to take over the world.
Little Stewie.
Stewie from Family Guy.
Really? You're reminding me more of Pinky in the Brain instead of Stewie.
Pinky in the Brain?
Yeah.
Oh, he does say that too, huh?
Yeah.
No, what does Stewie say?
Yeah.
Yeah, he does try to take over, right? He's an evil little genius también.
Yeah, well, Pinky and the Brain was one awesome cartoon.
I know.
I remember every time. We'll see you next time. We'll take over the world.
Yeah.
Maybe remind me about that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so, these are the effects. Like, what if people start, getting these applied to them and bad things start happening?
Which it is. I'm pretty sure like bad stuff is going to happen.
What if we get put as these people that are going to battle the aliens to the Neuralink?
They're going to make us like their soldiers? Maybe. I don't doubt it. Like we're just going to be having coffee. Oh yeah, do you remember Grandma? Destroy Buzz Lightyear. Destroy Buzz Lightyear.
Like another Terminator as well.
Yeah.
We're really going to turn Terminators.
Yeah. You know what this reminds me of? That you know how they say that us humans, we only use 10% of our brain?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wonder how you can achieve that. Like to use 100% of your brain. Do you think maybe the aliens are using 100% of their brain? And that's why they have like all these powers, all these ideas?
I don't know. It could be. I mean, what we seen, they have a big head. So what if there's more than 100%?
Mm-hmm. It's interesting. What a time. What a time to be alive.
Yeah, it's super interesting, but we'll see how long before all of these things come to play.
I know. So that's our last one in Nos Vamos topic, right?
Would you like to be alive still when this actually happens?
You know what? I think we've gone through so much stuff already that we pretty much get used to it. Same thing with like electric cars. I remember as a kid, like, oh, like if I ever, like whenever I see my parents drive, I'd be like, oh, they're probably tired. I'm pretty sure they would like to just kick back and not drive.
And let it drive itself.
And now it's happening. The next thing that I do want to see is flying cars. I would love to see flying cars. Well, that's already
on the works as well.
It is.
I think cars. They're starting to produce them.
Yeah, or like what is it called? Not floating cars. Cars that can go in the water. Yeah, that they can float in the water. You just drive in there and it turns into a boat.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Well, we still have more life to live, I guess. So we'll see what else we experience.
I'm excited about it.
Dang.
I mean, it's scary to think about right now. It's really scary to think about, but what else? What else can you do? Mm-hmm. What else can you do?
Just live it through.
Maybe we won't get to see it, but maybe our kids, our kids' kids, our kids' kids' kids will get to see them.
Our niece or nephews, or their kids.
Their kids' kids.
Well, yeah, that was our last one. Nos Vamos topic, as you mentioned. And again, I want to shout out to all SBC, San Bernardino. We haven't done that in a while. Everybody from around here, Southern California.
IE.
You told those subscribers, everybody that has supported us and, clicked on this video.
Thank you so much, guys.
All right. Well, don't forget to hit a like, subscribe.
Like, comment, share, subscribe. Get us to 500 subs.
Well, we'll see if our viewers do like to do that. But we'll see you guys until next time.
Bye, guys.
Peace.
Bye.